Howdy, folks. What's going on? How y'all doing today? This is the Outlaw Hatfield here, and welcome to Hanging with the Outlaw, episode 4. I should have a panel showing up here whenever they decide to show up here. So we're going to see how it goes. Let's see who's out there in that now listening. Over on the Gun Channel side, we have Scott, Raphael, Robbie, and Wheelchair. How you doing, guys? What's going on? And over on the YouTube side, oh, we have a Midnight Range and we have an RL. How you doing? Midnight, starting off by giving the host a finger is probably not a good thing. But then again, you were never accused of being very intelligent. You are a Travi. RL, I sent you an email with a link if you'd like to jump in here. Hey, Gunpowder, how are you? Uh, no, 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 you're not. You're not the jerk. It's a Travi trait. Some are worse than others. Some are far worse than others. The one that happened to be first in here is just the worst of the bunch. Oh, you was giving the finger to the man. Well, I guess I could be a man. I don't know if I'm the man. I guess if anybody on gun channels could be called the man, it would have to be G Webs. He is literally the man. He is number one. That man has done a whole lot of good for the Second Amendment and gun folks in general, for that matter. But hey, Rich, how are you, buddy? How's life treating you? The one percenter himself is here. Like I said, I've got some invites out. I've sent several, and we're just going to wait and see who shows up. In fact, I actually sent one to P11. So, Midnight, are you at work by chance? I love this dead air. Ask a question, you have to wait for 30 seconds to get an answer. Jimmy Stewart is the man. He was the man who knew too much. The man from Laramie. The man who shot Liberty Valance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was never a big Jimmy Stewart fan. Yeah, and I think the problem with Jimmy Stewart was his voice. Just to me, it was like nails on a chalkboard. I just could not stand to listen to him talk. He just there's something about that man's voice just drove me absolutely batty. Let's see. Yeah, duh. Midnight's apparently at work. See, you need to. Isn't it a super rush to Waffle House Midnight? You know, I don't think Midnight could handle a real rush. You know, Midnight's got goals in life, and one of his goals is to own the roach coach that parks outside of the Home Depot. That's his dream. I hope one day he gets to fulfill it. So, like I said, Ariel, I sent you an email with a link in it if you'd like to jump in here. Um, and if anybody else wants to jump in, just say something. I'll be more than happy to send you a link and we can talk about what we talk about. But in the meantime, I want to show y'all guys something that I got into the mail. And why not? There ain't nothing else going on at the moment. So everybody knows that I bought the 357. It's not got here yet. It's they actually haven't shipped it yet, which is driving me crazy. But after I bought the gun, I decided, well, there's some accessories that I might need to have. So got a couple of these speed loaders, these HKS. So I can't wait to see how well these things work. Two of these, and I have got, if I can remember where I put it. Oh, here it is. Very nice leather holster. I actually started talking to this dude on eBay, and the guy's name's Brad, and he makes this Brad's holsters, handmade, and it looks like a very well made holster, double stitched. So I cannot wait to slide the gun into the holster and see how she fits. But I do like this holster. It's very well made. So I guess the next step is to actually buy ammo for said gun. Locks, rocks, and whatnots. How you doing, man? Let's see. Roach Coats makes awesome burritos. Make sure you're near a bathroom. No, you don't have to worry too much about a bathroom if midnight's around. Just go to his car. He won't mind. Man, where's Tardot? He's missing the 357 chat. You know, Tardot has a banana hammock that is made of the same leather, I heard. Mmm. Hey, Rusty, how are you? Phoenix, what's going on? Yeah, we're getting a pretty full house tonight. I am glad to have you guys. See, the problem with this early show is everybody's either coming home from work or they have just went to work or asleep waiting to go to work. So I don't get a whole lot of views on this one, but it is what it is. And I know who the loyal guys are. They're the ones that still watches anyway. So thanks, guys. No banana hammocks in this house. That's just weird. Uh, yeah, a banana hammock seems like something Midnight would have in his house. In fact, it seems like something he'd have in every room in his house. That and one of those beanbag chairs. Okay, now Rich, why are we hating on FedEx? Have they not brought you a package that you've been waiting for, or did they leave a package out in the rain, or what is the issue today with FedEx? What is Do you have an appointment with a zombie there, Midnight? Now, I want to make sure I read that right. Hey, you gotta be ready, right? Zombie appointment could start anytime. You're the only person I know that makes appointments with zombies. Uh, FedEx always loses gun beauties or gunpowder beauties packages. See, this is why you use UPS. I've always liked UPS better. I think it's their uniforms. Oh, you meant apocalypse. Okay. Well, which apocalypse, though? There's so many. I mean, you could be talking about Marvel's apocalypse or. Autocorrect is a pain in the ass most of the time. It will absolutely drive you crazy. And try to avoid hitting that center button on your phone as you're typing because there's no telling what you might actually put out there. Delivery apocalypse. How you doing, Insight? So you're specifically talking about the zombie apocalypse, not the zombie appointments. Okay, gotcha. See, you have to clarify these things. Let's try it again, Ariel. I'll tell you what, we'll do it like this right here. Dee, 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 dee. There you go. Try that one. Let me know if that one came through to you. My new barrel for the shield is here. What was wrong with the old one, Rich? I hear noise. Hey, Ariel, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, brother. Not much at all. How's life treating you?
All right, heading towards Philadelphia here.
What's in Philadelphia?
I gotta pick up a bunch of crap down there.
Yeah, it's money.
Yep.
It is money. You can take that money and buy yourself a new toy with it. So.
Yeah, take that money and pay off some stuff I got on layaway with.
Oh, what do you have on layaway?
I still have my Ruger security knife on layaway right now. I gotta get that off of layaway so I can put some other stuff on there.
Is that a revolver?
Nah, it's that new 9mm they came out, showed it right at SHOT Show there. It's kind of like a Glock 19 size looking version. It's kind of like an LTP2 all grown up.
His balls finally dropped, huh? Hey, Vanessa, how are you? I think RL has fallen off for a minute. Hopefully, he can get that problem solved.
I'm still here. I just was muted.
Oh, okay. There ain't no reason to worry about muting yourself. Ain't nobody here but us outlaws. And there's a lot of us today.
I try and keep the. I don't know how much noise there is coming through on this end because I'm on my Bluetooth stuff.
What kind of truck are you driving?
Mac,
Uh,
2017 Mac.
you old bulldog, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was a truck driver, man. He loved it. I guess he drove trucks for nearly 35 years. He come out of the Marine Corps. He was driving a truck in there, and then when he got out, he started driving for I think who was it he was driving for first? I can't remember, but I know he went to CarMax after that, and then he went to DuPont. No, Duron. I was wrong, but he loved it. So, are you just statewide or internet or national or what?
They consider it local, but it's more of a regional thing. I'm in Northeast in about 6 states here. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia.
Oh, what part of West Virginia? You ever get down around
What's
Bluefield?
that? I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you ever get down around Bluefield?
Bluefield.
Princeton?
Ranson I go to. Well, we have a delivery in Ranson there. Ranson,
Yeah, I was
Martinsburg area, around that area we have delivery.
Okay. See, I was born in the southern part of the state. In fact, I was born in the most southern county of the state, not far from the most southern city of the state, or town, if that's what you normally call it. If you've ever wondered what a one-horse town looks like, look up War, West Virginia, WAR, West Virginia. That's literally a one-horse town. Or Jaeger. You go out in the middle of the street, look both ways, you see the whole town.
Well, in West Virginia, I don't think it matters how many horses are in the town. Isn't it the amount of sheep that they count?
There's no. Where do you get those sheep in West Virginia? I lived there all my life, and I've never seen the first sheep.
All right. Well, they were all hiding.
You get West Virginia confused with Alabama. Alabama is where the sheep are. The poor things.
Wow.
Yeah. They get much abused there too. I mean, it's sad things they put those poor sheep through. West Virginia, we got a lot of pigs. Lots of pigs in West Virginia.
Okay. So you go hogging it in West Virginia.
No, there's not a whole lot of wild pigs in West Virginia. Well, unless never mind, I ain't gonna say that.
That's not what I've heard.
See, I'm trying to keep this mostly PG anyway. That's kind of hard for me, but
I'm trying. I'm not going full into it here.
yeah, neither am I. We can see we can show restraint from time to time.
We might want to change the subject before this gets ugly, though.
Nah, if it gets ugly, we'll just run with it. Okay, I'm just jumped over on the gun channel side and checking into the chat thing here. And there is a guy who's calling himself John Wilkes Booth on the gun channel side. Now, he's not in my chat, mind you. He's just in the lobby here. That's a very interesting name he chose, I think.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah. Why would you want to be called John Wilkes Booth? Hmm.
I don't know. I've never seen him on there before either. Have you?
Nope. That's a new one on me over there.
Yeah, I think I remember that name.
Yeah, that one sort of stands out.
No, did you see? I can't remember the congressman's name there from Rhode Island that actually introduced the assault weapons ban they want to try and run with.
No, I have not.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm thinking the only thing we can be happy about is they decided to go full retard. If you read the bill, it basically bans all. It's a ban on 205 named so-called assault rifles, and then they want to ban any rifle or pistol that can take a detachable magazine more than 10 rounds.
So basically, it's about like Matt said yesterday. They're pretty much that's every gun. That's every semi-automatic out there.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
Every semi-automatic handgun out there, it would be gone with that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I think that is just so stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing you can be happy about is at least they went so far on that one that there's zero freaking chance that's going to even come close to passing.
I don't know.
Even the Democrats from purple states aren't going to sign on for that in the Senate, especially. The House already had 150 Democrats signed on to that. So might want to check anybody out there in the chat might want to check to see if one of their reps might be might have signed on to that bullshit right there, because that'd be something to use against in the next election.
Yeah, here's the thing about a liberal: if you give them time, they're going to hang themselves. So, and the Republicans are the same way. If they got an anti-gun agenda, they're going to hang themselves eventually, and then it becomes our problem to get rid of.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't see too many Republicans willing to sign on to that. I mean, most of them know where their base is. Even FUDs aren't going to go for taking away every gun in the freaking country.
Roll call is wanting to know if you've got that build number.
Boy, I have. The problem is I'm on mobile. I got it out of the town hall news. Do you get the town hall newsletter? Kind of a right-leaning site. It was either on Bearing Arms News or something else. If you Google it, you might be able to find it quicker than I can.
Yeah, let's see.
There, Outlaw.
I will do a quick look up.
The congressman was from Rhode Island, and I'm not familiar with him by name. I don't know, not like somebody that's a super famous congressman or anything.
Let's see.
So I have the article on my phone, but I'm afraid if I try and drop out of this window here, I might lose the chat.
Okay, now, actually, I'm not coming up with anything at all here. Hold on. Rhode Island red flag, dangerous gun owners. What?
All right, let me look and see if I can find it real quick. If you lose me, I'll jump back in.
Yeah, take your time. Phoenix, you can't argue with them, buddy. You just arguing with a liberal about gun control is like looking at a brick wall and headbutting it. You're not doing yourself any good at all. The only thing you're going to do is give yourself a splitting headache. Because they don't like facts. They don't like real data. And when you start throwing it out at them, they throw you the same crap they always do. Well, if there was no guns, there wouldn't be any gun violence. Bullshit. What could they be distracting us from with all the gun stuff? Probably a decent television show. They are not very entertaining bunch of folks. So, what's new with everybody else out there? Anything going on that I might need to be aware of in the world? Not getting rid of 300 million guns. We're already. That is a good point, Phoenix. 300 million plus guns in the country. How many illegal guns are in the country? And I'm not talking about, you know, just stuff that sells between two people. I'm talking about stuff that's being shipped in from Mexico that nobody knows is even here. Because you could bet if they're smuggling drugs across the border, they're smuggling people across the border, they're also smuggling guns across the border. And this is what gets me. The liberals don't want the wall built, but they don't want guns either. And if they would build the wall, it would stop some of those illegal guns from coming into the country. Oh no, you can't count those, Phoenix. No. You see, you cannot count those because I honestly think that the government was intent on those things coming back here illegally, and they know about them. They already know those are out there, and I'm sure they've got an exact number on how many was sent over and how many are in the hands of people that do not really need them. Let's see. RL just sent me a link here. Let's be honest, the latest gun control bill is pretty much a total ban on firearms. Let's read this real quick. House Democrats have introduced a bill banning semi-automatic firearms in the wake of February 14th shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida. David Cecile, Democrat, Rhode Island, announced Monday that he is introducing an assault weapons ban of 2018. More than 150 Democrats have signed on to support legislation. Representative Ted Duth said the bill prohibits the sale, transfer, production, and importation of semi-automatic rifles, pistols that can hold a detached magazine, as well as semi-automatic rifles with a magazine that can hold more than 10 rounds.
Hey, Outlaw?
Yeah, buddy.
Can you give me a wrench real quick so I can drop that link down in the YouTube side chat there?
Yeah, sure. I thought you already had one.
No.
Let's see if I can find you over here. See if Midnight wasn't at work, I could just send it to him and he could do that. There you are. I found you. And here is your wrench. There you go. Merry Christmas. So, are you planning on doing the chat tomorrow and building that AK?
That was my plan. Sometime around I did it today, maybe a little earlier, around lunchtime.
Okay, that'd be cool. I'll probably be on my way to work or at work by then, so I might have to watch it later.
All right.
You know, I have never put one of those things together myself.
doesn't look too difficult just looking at it, but we'll see.
I
I'll
don't
dig
think.
around. Everybody can listen to me get 102s while I struggle trying to get her together.
I don't think you're going to need any kind of glue or anything like that, but it'll be a learning experience for all of us. Let's see. Let me finish reading this here. Additionally, the legislation bans the sale, transfer, production, and importation of semi-automatic shotguns with features such as a pistol grip, detachable stock, and ammunition feeding devices that can hold more than 10 rounds. Legislation names 205 specific firearms that are prohibited, including AK-47s and AR-15s. Does that mean I can have an AK-74? It doesn't specifically say that. Assault weapons were made for one purpose, Cecile said in a statement. They are designed to kill as many people as possible in a short amount of time. They do not belong in our communities. And he's a fucking idiot. And I just took it from PG to rated R with one word.
That's okay. I think that's official. I mean, officially, I think that's good enough to use that word.
I've always been of the mindset that if somebody is bringing a knife after you, you smack them in the head with a baseball bat. If they're bringing a baseball bat after you, you shoot them with a shotgun. If they're bringing a shotgun after you, you use a high-powered rifle. You always want to have an advantage. Always. If somebody breaks in my house with a handgun, I want a shotgun or a rifle. You know?
That sounds kind of like the southern version of the speech from Untouchables there.
Well, maybe. But it's true, though. It's true.
That is true, yes.
If you walk in my house, you got a 15-shot Glock or a 17-shot Glock, whatever. Okay, fine. I've got a 9-shot shotgun, and I can reload it real quick. I can reload and shoot at the same time. So I don't believe in giving the bad guys the advantage in any shape, form, or fashion.
No. It just goes to show how stupid they are. I mean, they really think that every criminal in the country is going to turn in their high-capacity magazines and semi-automatic weapons, you know, because there's not like there's 100 million of those freaking guns out there now, you know.
Well, what they don't think about is this: passing laws like that turns honest, good, everyday, law-abiding citizens into criminals overnight.
Yeah, well, that's true. Look at the states that have passed assault weapons ban. Historically, even on the state level, the ones that passed it only get 20% of what the assault weapons did in the state. You know, most people don't turn them in. But if you did that on a national level, you'd get maybe 10 to 20% of the guns that are out there turned in. The rest of them are just going to either go on the black market or be buried in the people's yard somewhere.
Well, exactly. I mean, yeah. I guess if there was a law passed saying, "Hey, look, from now on, your 30-round magazines are illegal." Well, I don't happen to have any 30-round magazines, and you cannot prove that I do.
I lost all mine in a boating accident with all my other guns.
You know, there's been a lot of boating accidents over the last little while, I've noticed.
I know. I just found a boat. I got to buy a boat here pretty soon. And I can already tell you, I think I'm going to end up having a boating accident.
Lots and lots and lots of boating accidents is going on. In fact, I was talking to somebody earlier who happened to have just had a boating accident. Said something about losing some bump fire stocks. I don't know. You got to watch out.
There's another good one to look at for non-compliance up there. Where is it that Jared's at? Massachusetts did that gun stock ban up there. Do you know how many people turned in gun stocks in the entire state or bump stocks in the entire state?
Probably about 15%.
No, 4.
Uh,
Not 4%. 4 people turned into bump stocks when they enacted that ban. That may have gone up since now, but that was right after they did the ban. Like the day after bump stocks became a crime to possess, 4 people turned them in.
Midnight. I didn't realize you had a Bigfoot problem where you lived. He says all of his guns were stolen by Sasquatch.
Ah, well, those Sasquatch are wily. Yeah, the only thing keeping them under control in this state is all the cougars, because mountain lions in PA keep the Sasquatch population down.
You know who controls them things, right? It's Biker Bob. He's the one in control of all the Sasquatch. So.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Are they tied in with the lizard people at all?
I don't think so. I don't think that the Sasquatch and lizard people get along too well. I think it's about
what
like
about the tree? But tree people, they do live in the forest.
Yeah, well, I got the tree people pissed off at me right now. When I was out there shooting earlier, I noticed that I hit a tree, so they're not going to be happy with me. That's okay.
Oh boy, you shot a tree. That's a living creature, Ellis. Yeah, that video is now flagged. You're going to lose your channel will be done by the end of the day.
Yeah. I can make another one. It ain't no big deal.
That's where I'm at. Hell, take my channel down. It's not like I'm losing a lot of high quality content here.
Hey, I ain't hard to find. You can get rid of me on YouTube, but I still have gun channels, and I can make another YouTube channel. It's not that difficult.
You mean there's people out there that have multiple YouTube channels? I don't believe
it. I think there's a guy named Matt that might have a couple.
I find it hard to believe that people would have, like troll channels that they use to go do stuff or,
Oh, I don't. You know what? I troll with this name right here. I troll on this account. I figure if I'm going to say it, I want them to know who the hell's saying it. I ain't hiding from nothing to nobody.
I think I'm going to change the name of this account to something else and just use the RL account of the name on one of my other accounts to tell you the truth.
Well, you can't use Jan is gay. That one's taken.
What is it?
Jan is gay.
Gun and gay. That's taken already?
Jan is gay.
Oh yeah, well, I don't want to be Jan is gay.
No. That one's already taken. So
I saw the other night when he was in the chat there that we were in that he's no longer Jan is gay now though. He got rid of that as his name now.
Yeah, he got rid of that, but it's still his. It's whether he wants it or not, he's stuck with it.
Oh.
In our hearts and in our minds, he will always be YouTuber formerly known as Janice Gay.
Yes.
All right, hold on, Night Strike. I gotta turn the volume down. All right. Blast my ear out every time he comes
in. Hello, Night Strike. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I had to go and make food for family.
Did you have another boating accident while you were gone?
I can't tell you if I did.
Oh.
That's what I'll tell the authorities, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Everybody's having boating accidents. Let's wonder how many people in the lobby has had boating accidents lately. So I'm going to ask you guys over on the YouTube Gun Channel says, have you had a boating accident lately? Lost some wonderful AR parts?
We need to start a campaign for safer boats because the quality of boat here in the United States is awful.
They seem to be going down very quickly, don't they? And I have just noticed that John Z is over on the Gun Channel side. And John, I have sent you a link if you would like to join us. Let's see. Raphael says over on the Gun Channel side, I love the first in the Q&A section. Is this a bump fire stock? Answer: yes. Let's see. Well, I don't know what else they can think of to ban. I mean, now that bump fire stocks and let's see those trigger things. What were they called? Night Strike.
Trigger drop-in triggers.
Yeah, no, the ones that made it shoot both ways.
Oh, binary triggers.
Yeah, the binary triggers. Yeah.
Yeah, all your binary triggers, your double taps. You know, your reduced power spring kit to make it 3.5-inch pounds pull. Yeah, all that's going to go out the window once that ban takes effect. So you're going to lose that. Well, at this point, it's a matter of when, not if. But if it does take effect, then you lose all of your trigger modifications. You have to turn it in. You lose your binary triggers. You lose your drop. Your Geisleys, your double taps. You lose all that. You lose your bump stocks, of course. You'll lose those little novelties that you screw on to your trigger guard, and it helps you do bump fire. You lose those too.
Mm.
You lose your Gat crank, which it's a Gatling crank. What the hell? But you lose that too.
The stupid knows no bounds.
You want to talk about a Gatling crank? I don't know how far that goes. I have a friend that owns a Gatling gun. That I'm pretty sure if that's banned, he's not going to be too happy losing guns worth somewhere close to $70,000. I would say.
Wait a minute. You're saying he owns an original Gatling gun?
What the heck's your 1878 Colt Bulldog Gatling gun?
Oh,
now is it an original 45 government?
4570, yep.
45 government. So yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
however much $70,000 gun.
That $70,000 is down the chute because the government will come and seize it. They won't reimburse him. They won't, see. People think Night Strike, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. When they ban stuff like this, they will do a confiscation on these items, no.
I agree with you, but let's not get carried away that you're not crazy. Okay.
Okay, chat cat. All right, but they'll come and confiscate it, or they'll ask you to turn it in. If you don't turn it in, they'll come and confiscate it. And when it gets down to that point, the government is no longer enforcing a ban or enforcing a law. What they're doing is they're legalizing theft because people had to work hard to make the money to buy the products. And when the government says these products are banned, you have to either turn them in or let the government confiscate them. What's the government doing? They're stealing from you.
Night Strike. Does it surprise you that the United States government is stealing from people?
I thought the government was above all that, but apparently I was wrong.
They've been doing it for how long have we been a country? Come on.
That's nothing new, and that's not people voted for Trump. He's used government stealing to help his business before with eminent domain. That's one of the things that actually I did not like about him before the election.
Well, it was better than the Gangrenous Mighty Morphin Thundercut, I'll tell you that.
Wow. I'd never heard that put exactly that way before, Night Strike. That was interesting.
Wow. Well, then you weren't around here for the debate chats that we had. I'm telling you, from 2015 to all of 16, we went on and on about this, and I tell you what, it was interesting.
Well, I can agree though. Thunder Cunt fits her perfectly. Hey, Ghost, how you doing, buddy? I sent you a link if you'd like one. So what's new with you, Nightstrike? You got anything new coming up? Anything new planned?
Well, I've got that Indiegogo campaign so I can try and make it to Tulsa. Not a lot of people have committed to it, though I don't blame them. You know, so if I can't get enough to go to Tulsa, I'm not going to Tulsa. Sad fact of the matter. But hey, whatever.
Well, see, that's me. I've already given up on that particular dream this time around.
Well, buying guns doesn't help.
Well, yeah, you got a point. But
playing into the panic doesn't help.
Well, I don't buy into the panic. See, every gun I have bought, except for that 357 I bought before all this started, or was paying for before all this started. So, nuts. And I had planned on buying the GP 100 2 months ago. So
when are you going to get your CCW?
Working on it.
Well, work a little harder, because if I can do it, one-handed, you don't have no excuse.
Nightstrike. The only excuse I got is the one I laid out last night, and that is the fact that finding a scheduling that works for both me and Palmetto. Because now that they've changed my days off, it's going to be even harder.
It's not that hard. I can find it for you.
Yeah, well, see what you can do.
Now, exactly what do you have to do to get? You're what, South Carolina?
Yeah, it's an 8-hour course.
Yeah.
And it's I think you fire 50 rounds, Nightstrike?
Yeah, you got to fire 50 rounds.
Yeah.
And you have to have some form of proficiency. Hey, if I can pass, nobody has an excuse.
Now he's got a point there.
That's
the truest thing you have ever said, Nightstrike.
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to be honest here. I mean, if they say I passed, then come on, guys. No, if you're in South Carolina and you don't have a carry permit, you don't have an excuse. If Nightstrike can go out there and get it and pass, you have hope.
And Nightstrike actually did pretty good. He put rounds on target.
Every round got on the paper. Now, I did have a couple that strayed from the actual target area of the paper, but it still hit the paper regardless.
It did hit the paper. We'll have to give you that. And I'm not going to say that you hit the target with every shot, but you hit the paper with every shot.
I had 4 strays. But I was firing one-handed with a 45. Not the easiest thing to do.
I shoot bullseye one-handed with a 45.
I do not. I need a bit more practice for that.
I have watched your shooting videos, Nightstrike. Are you cross-eye dominant?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I tried to take the test. The test for all that stuff. It's been undetermined.
I don't see how that could be undetermined. I mean, it's a very simple test. You do it right at your house. You take your hands, put them like a triangle, and you just put them out in front of you and bring them back. And whichever one eye that your hands naturally go back to would be your dominant eye. And I'm thinking that is probably your issue, is your cross-eye dominant.
Oh.
Or when you shoot a gun, like say one of your rifles, do you naturally try to use your right eye or your left?
Try and use my left because I'm shooting left-handed.
Okay, yeah, well.
So you're cross-eye dominant and wrong-handed. Holy crap! I don't know what we can do with that.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are left-handed that's got a dominant right eye. That's not all that uncommon.
But I can shoot left or right-handed. It's not hard for me. So
what you
Go ahead, Outlaw.
What you try to do is the next time you take the AR out, instead of shooting left-handed, try to shoot it with your right and see if you do any better. And it might feel awkward for a while, but just, keep it up and see what happens.
Couldn't hurt.
It couldn't. Because I've read stories of hunters that just, were having horrible luck because they were cross-eyed dominant and couldn't hit anything. But when they started shooting with the opposite hand, with the good eye, they actually started putting rounds on target.
But my whole philosophy is, I want to be able to shoot left or right-handed. I don't have to be, Jerry Mikulek, center of the target every shot, but I at least need to get on the target. Okay? And I figure if I can do both left and right-handed shooting, then I'll be a better shooter overall.
Well,
if you want to make that easier, Night Strike, then practice learning to shoot with both eyes open. That makes switching hands and switching angles a lot easier.
Yeah, and then I've got astigmatism, and that doesn't really work.
Well, see, I've got astigmatism too. I shoot with both eyes open. So it's, it's just one of those things. I think it's more of a training issue than anything else. And getting you used to shooting, with your opposite hand, if that is indeed the issue. It might be something else. But, how well do you shoot with the red dots?
A lot better.
Because I noticed the day you were out there with Coy, you didn't have any optics on anything, did you?
No, I didn't have any optics on anything. I have optics, but I don't like using them because I prefer iron sights, because the difference between iron sights and optics are iron sights don't break.
No, they don't break. But if you get yourself a decent optic, it's not going to break too easily either.
No, I realize that, and I know that. I've got them. I just don't use them because sometimes I have them on other guns. And I just I'm lazy. I don't want to take them off the other guns and put them on new ones, a different gun, and re-sight them in.
That takes a whole total of what, 30 seconds, if that?
Hey, Phoenix on the chat has a suggestion. He says the problem is, Jonas, that you're wearing your Ghost Tactical underoos on the outside of your clothing when you're going shooting.
And Ghost says you just need to shoot more.
Well, I'll take Ghosts. You need to shoot more under advisement, and Phoenix can go take a long walk off a short pier.
Very good at keeping it PG. I'll give you that on there.
Yeah. He's doing very well tonight. Of course, I'm sure we could figure out a way to rile him up if we wanted to.
Shall not be infringed.
Dear God, man. Nobody here is trying to infringe you. In fact, most of us here are trying to push more guns towards you.
Phoenix is trying to infringe me. I feel it.
Phoenix, stop infringing.
No, he just wants to see you in your underwear.
Good Lord.
I don't wear... No.
Becoming the romper room all of a sudden.
No, that's the chat out on YouTube.
Actually, the chat on YouTube is actually pretty cool. I need to check to see what's going on over on the gun channel side. Let's see.
Is there something going on over there?
Well, there normally is. Raphael wants to know if you took the test with a shotgun.
What do you mean?
Your concealed carry course. Did you take it with a shotgun?
No, I did not.
No, there you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. He did not use a shotgun for his concealed carry course.
Because I don't know any shotguns that shoot 45 ACP out of it. That would be like the most deadly shotgun ever if it shoots like a whole bunch of 45s.
Yeah, and you'd probably break your shoulder shooting it.
No, you wouldn't, because just like the Thompson, you don't break your shoulder shooting a Thompson, do you?
Think about this. Could you imagine 9.45 caliber projectiles coming out of a shotgun barrel at once?
It would be fine. It'd be fine. Probably.
Yeah, okay.
They see what you have to deal with now.
Well, I've yet to hear your phone go off, so I'm happy.
Hold on, let me fix that.
No, please don't. Please. Give us all a rest. Hey, Mia, how are you?
You've got mail.
There it is. I got an email.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
No, that actually happened not on purpose. It's great.
Who sent you the email just now? Anybody we know?
No, no one you know. It was just who was it? It was Centerfire Systems telling me there's a buy one get one sale on semi-auto shotguns.
Well, there you go. So anybody that wants a semi-automatic shotgun, now you know where to get one, or two, for that matter.
Yeah, but it's that it's that Turkish AR style shotgun, and they're trying to offload the Chinese semi-auto shotguns too.
Boy, yeah, Mia is a very loving person. She's just throwing hearts everywhere.
Well, thank you, Mia. Thank you for being a nice and considerate person.
It's not a live stream until either you've got mail or ghost drops.
How come I never get thanked for being a nice, loving person?
Because you aren't one.
I've noticed you didn't put I noticed you didn't say hi Night Strike and put a heart there too. She did mention me though.
Well, you always get mentioned. So
well, that's because I'm wonderful, happy, smiling face. You know, people like me, Night Strike. People like me.
Well,
I don't know why, but they do. I'm an asshole.
People like to infringe me. So here we go.
Oh, see, she felt sorry for you and gave you one anyway.
All right. Happy days.
Night Strike, just remember your mantra. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
You must be talking to the wrong people, because that's not true at all.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Next Night Strike's going to break out in song. God help us all.
One, it's not Tulsa, and two, it's not karaoke night.
Yeah, I can just hear Night Strike now. I'm happy, oh so happy. No. Yeah. I bet you're like Snow White and you whistle while you work too, don't you?
Ellis?
Yes.
Don't make me say it.
I think that wouldn't that be Color Attack that would be, into that song?
You possibly have a point there. No, I actually see Clover humming or whistling the Smurf song.
If he got some blue paint on him, he would look like Papa Smurf.
Well, he would. He really would. See, maybe I was wrong. Maybe instead of calling him the Tactical Leprechaun, I should have called him the Tactical Smurf. Nah.
Hey, wait a minute.
Sounds better.
No, 9mm, Mia, you are not chassing. You are not crashing the chat. You're making the chat better. Thank you.
Wait a minute here. Since we have Night Strike there, didn't Smurfette wear a blue dress?
Yes, she did, didn't she? No, she wore a white dress.
A white dress. She was blue.
She was blue. She wore a white dress.
Okay. That's right. I guess the two blues would clash.
Yeah, two blues would clash. Wait, what?
You know what? You put your own foot in your mouth that time, brother man.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Oh, that was great. That was freaking great. RL, you deserve an award for that one. Lord. I'm going to set up a shootout between Mia and Night Strike. If he wins, I'll sell all my guns. That's how confident I am in my wife. There you go, nice, right? You got a challenge.
I'm not accepting any challenges right now. No, thank you.
Why not? Are you too good to accept a challenge from midnight?
Look what Clover said. I do hum that quite often, but have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, Smurfs are leprechauns, just a different breed?
I was just thinking that very same thing, Clover. That's why I said what I said.
Wow, mind blown.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking. Hmm. Which leads to if the leprechauns are green and the Smurfs are blue, what color would their children be? Yellow, green.
Aquamarine?
Oh,
Aquamarine, you go with that one.
wow. Smurfcons. There you go.
Wait a minute. If it's a really small aquamarine, you might have Ghost.
Ghosty Smurf.
Well,
See,
I have to ask Ghost, how often does he change that sheet?
probably after every time he smacks you with a hammer.
Probably, but I had to ask.
Hey, Phoenix on the chat wants to know about the Snorks.
I don't even remember the Snorks. Well, let me
I don't
rephrase.
care for the Snorks.
I remember the cartoon was out like the early '80s. I do not remember what they look like. I don't remember anything about them.
The only Snorks I remember, this Family Guy did a skit with them once. That's the only reason I remember what they look like.
Well, oh, Ghost was wondering what he missed. Well, a Night Strike was wondering how often you change your sheet. And Philo's wanting structure. We are not fishing, Philo. We do not need structure at the moment. Snorks equal underwater Smurfs. See, if that was the case, you'd have figured the Snorks would have taken off more than they did. I mean, you don't hear about the Snorks anymore. You still hear about the Smurfs.
We got an answer from Ghost. Ghost changes the ghost sheet every day.
Well, of course. How else are you going to see him? He's dead. And you don't want his sheet dirty. Haunting people takes time and effort, and you get dirty. He uses different belts, tassels, and other accessories. Speaking of accessories, Ghost, I got a question for you. You still planning on making any of those bungee slings or paracord slings? Gave him a minute to actually hear the question. And he says he often goes with a bedazzled sheet. Ghost, I would not have admitted that one out loud. I'd have kept that one to myself, brother. And I bet he uses pink beads. Okay, well, let me know. You let me know how much you'd want to be paid to make me one, and I will send you some money and work out a deal, because I'm wanting one for my shotgun. Preferably black and green.
All right, Ellis, I'm going to bounce. I'll see you later.
You're bouncing. Why are you bouncing? Where are you going? First of all, what time is it?
Well,
7:04. Wow, we went an hour already, guys.
I'm going to get the rest of my dinner. That's what I'm doing.
Well, we're going to call this one closed anyway. So I didn't know it was that late. I was having a blast. No, 2 point.
Yes, you were having a blast. Just keep it to yourself.
Hey, it was a good show. I enjoyed this. 2 point, Ghost. Always 2 point. I figure that 590 would look good with a 2-point sling on it. You know,
It would.
Bungee cord. That bayonet Night Strike's supposed to be sending me.
No, sending you. I will give it to you with the AR.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you expecting me to actually make a video with that thing on the gun?
You damn bet I expect it.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what we'll do. When I come to pick up the AR, I will bring the shotgun, and I will put the bayonet on the shotgun there at your house, and you can film it.
There we go. That's better.
Oh, wait a minute. You have to do a bayonet charge. Screaming shall not be infringed.
No, that's it. I would give the shotgun to Night Strike and let him do that.
All right, I'd watch that too.
That could be arranged.
Yeah, I would let him use the shotgun, and I might even let him shoot it as long as he promises not to hurt himself.
I'm not taking it apart. I'm only gonna shoot it.
Well, you know.
Well, most of his targets already look like they were hit with a shotgun, so that would be a good weapon for him.
At least I hit the target.
Yeah, I'll tell you what else I might do. You know, maybe next week or the week after Night Strike, we could head down your way. I'll bring both the ARs and the shotgun and my 357, and we'll just have a day of shooting.
Good day.
So, because I've got to get that Savage sighted in anyway. So
yeah,
and that would give us a perfect opportunity. We'll film some of it and have a good day, and then I can watch you shoot and say, Night Strike, shoot with your right hand, not your left. See if you shoot any better.
Don't count on it.
Yeah, and watch me miss every shot. Damn it.
If you miss every shot, I will not let you hear the end of it.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Anyway, guys, we're calling this one quits. I have had a ball. Thank you guys for stopping in and joining us for this hour. Be prepared because I will be back Monday night. Actually, if I'm thinking correctly, I will probably be on Ghost's show tonight. You doing Tactical Tuesday tonight? Or Ghost? Sure you are. You always do. How about you, Night Strike? Hit or miss?
Hit or miss, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
Okay. So there you go. Everybody's plugged for the night. And I don't know what else is going on, but remember, Clover's got a chat coming up tomorrow night. So if you want to know what the actual schedule that we all use is, it's over on Gun Channels. Go over there, take a look. We have a schedule up for all the live shows, when they're coming on. And then we might surprise you and have one come on at 2 a.m. in the morning, like RL does from time to time.
Or Roll Call does.
Or Roll Call does, 2 a.m. show for no apparent reason. But it's fun. So, guys, that's it. We appreciate you for stopping by. Remember, I do have a Patreon giveaway going right now. Of course, I'm not supposed to say the giveaway thing, but it is what it is. If you want a chance to win the SVD from Goat Guns, become a Patreon, donate $1, and you're in the contest. Yeah, for every $1 you donate, up to $5, you get another entry. So there it is. It's Outlaw Hatfield over on Patreon. You can't miss it. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. See you later, folks.
Shall not be infringed.
And we shall not be infringed. You go, Night
Hey,
Strike.
thanks, Outfield. Have fun.
Hey, anytime, RL. Thank you for coming. Night Strike, thank you, buddy.
No problem. Bye, Felicia.
Later, Night Strike.